Carter is my twin. We don't look anything alike, but we've always been competitive. On the day we were born, we even fought to be the one to come out first. My dad was a professional soccer player, and my mom was a really successful business executive. They were both super competitive and encouraged us to be the same. Everything was a competition. My brother and I competed to see who could crawl the fastest, who could walk first, hold their breath the longest, and draw the best picture. The winner always got a reward. At the time, it was friendly and fun. We just loved to try and outdo each other. Sometimes, the boy next door, Nico, would come over and be the judge. He had a cool camera and loved to take photos, mostly of me making weird faces. Carter thought he could make even weirder faces. So, of course, it became a competition. And Carter wins again! What? Come on, Nico, why are you always siding with Carter? That wasn't even close, and you know it! You heard what Nico said. I won. We always play fair, sis. Whatever. Carter and Nico became best friends and loved teaming up against me, which was so annoying. Still, I loved my brother. He meant the world to me, so I was always a gracious loser. But Carter, not so much. You cheated. I did not. I beat you fair and square. It only got worse as we got older. My parents pushed us to compete with each other even more.
Winning is everything. If I don't win, my team loses. And if I don't win, my company will fail and I'll be out of a job.
But does that mean that everything has to be a competition?
Of course it does, dummy.
I just wanted to have a normal relationship with my brother, where we didn't always have to prove that we were better than each other. But whatever I did, he had to do it better. I even let him win just so he wouldn't hate me. Not again! I guess you're just better than me. What can I say? Then one day, he crossed a line, and everything changed. Captain of the girls' soccer team, and got the lead in the school play. Carter got B's, didn't even make the boys' soccer team, and only got a tiny part in the play with no lines. He hated that I was doing better than him. He stopped speaking to me in school unless it was to say something mean in front of his friends. Hi, Carter. You want to eat lunch together?
Wow, you guys smell something? Someone really needs to take a bath.
I could tell that Nico didn't like it, but he never stood up for me. When I announced that I was running for class president, Carter ran against me.
Vote for me if you want longer lunch periods. Vote for Ashlyn if you want twice the homework.
And then he humiliated me in front of the entire school.
You can't be class president if you have secrets, and my sister has a huge one.
What are you talking about, Carter? I don't have any secrets.
That's not what your diary says.
My body froze like an icicle. I did have one big secret, and in that diary, I must have drawn Nico's name 10,000 times in every color, shape, and size. Carter opened one of the pages and held it up so everyone could see. The entire school burst out laughing, and I just exploded. I attacked Carter with all the strength that I had, and it took 5 teachers to pull me off. We were both disqualified from running for president and suspended for a week. I was removed as captain of the soccer team, and they gave the lead in the school play to another girl. I was devastated. I couldn't get over how my own brother could betray me, and now so much of my hard work had gone down the drain. Even my parents were furious with us, but I knew that Carter was secretly happy. In his mind, we were equals again. My life was ruined, and my grades declined. It just wasn't fair. Then one day, I was crying by my locker when I felt a hand on my shoulder.
You okay?
I turned around to see Nico. My heart started pounding in my chest. I was so embarrassed I tried to run away, but I tripped over my shoelace and fell. But Nico caught me. For a moment, I just lay there in his arms, staring into his big blue eyes.
Ashlyn, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you.
Listen, don't be embarrassed about the diary. Carter was a jerk for doing that, but the truth is, I only started coming over to your house in the first place because I had a crush on you.
Really?
Yeah, and when I would go home, I'd print out the photos I took of you and just stare at them. Kinda creepy, right?
About as creepy as having your name written all over my diary. Over the next few weeks, Nico and I spent a lot of time together. And at first, Carter tried to ignore it, but I could tell that it was driving him crazy. I was happy again. My grades went back up, and the girl who took my role in the school play got sick, so I got it back. I even scored the winning goal in our soccer championship game and was awarded Most Valuable Player. Carter finally couldn't take it and confronted Nico and me in the hallway.
Nico, you can either be my best friend or hang out with my loser sister, but you can't have it both ways. What's it gonna be?
Everyone stopped to watch. I was too terrified to speak. I just stared at Nico, who looked like a little boy lost in the woods. But then, he made his decision and walked over to Carter. I rushed up to Nico and grabbed his hand. Nico, this is stupid. There's no reason you have to choose.
But he does, and he did. Sorry, sis.
Nico shoved me away, and my heart shattered into a million little pieces. What a jerk! That night, I burst into Carter's room and confronted him. What is wrong with you, Carter? Why do you always treat me like I'm your worst enemy?
Because I have to, Ashlyn.
What do you mean? It's Mom and Dad and the stupid competitions they make us do, isn't it? You're worried that you're gonna disappoint them.
I never said that.
I know that's what it was. Look, I forgive you for everything, but let's stop this right now before it completely destroys our relationship, please. For a moment, it looked like I was getting through to him. He seemed so vulnerable. I swear I thought I saw a tear in his eye. It's just what? But then his body tensed back up like he was suddenly possessed by a demon.
It's just that you're a loser and I will always beat you. Now get out.
The play was coming up in a couple of weeks, so I made a point of staying away from Carter. I knew he would try to sabotage it for me. Then one day, as I was rehearsing my lines, Nico walked over.
Hey, Ashlyn.
What do you want?
I want to apologize for my behavior. Carter is my friend, but he has no right to control who I talk to. I went with him that day because I wanted to help him see that what he was doing was wrong. But I was a real jerk, and if you never want to talk to me again, I deserve it.
At that moment, I realized how much I truly loved Nico. So I let my anger go, and from that point on, Nico and I were inseparable. On the night of the play, I heard that there was going to be a huge talent agent in the audience. This was my big chance, but when I got up on stage, I completely forgot my lines. I had been so lost in my thoughts about Nico that I lost focus on the play. The theater was silent, but I could see Carter sitting all the way in the back next to Nico, and he was laughing. Then it hit me. This was his plan the whole time. He sent Nico to distract me. I was furious, but I wasn't about to let Carter win. So I gathered myself, took a deep breath, and suddenly, I remembered my lines. I poured all of my anger into the performance, and when the play ended, I got a standing ovation. I couldn't believe it. As I was leaving, the talent agent ran up to me.
You were